What's going on, guys? My name is Drago, and I am here with my NXT Takeover Orlando and my Wrestlemania 33 reactions. And I just want to say that yesterday is the official, year anniversary of my channel when I actually started trying to make videos. And it's actually very cool. I know I technically made a year in December, but, you know, oh well. But also, I want to say I'm going to be releasing a channel update on Wednesday because I need to talk to you guys about something very specific. And yeah, so continuing on, it was Takeover, 8-man tag. It was an okay match. It got a little... There were some points where a little sloppiness kind of went involved, and it kind of got a little dragging out in a way. But overall, good match. And it was good. And I got the prediction right, Insanity. So yeah, and then moving on, it was the tag team. No, it was Aleister Black versus Andrade Cien Almas. And obviously Aleister Black won his debut, and very impressive, I might add. It was actually a really good match, especially with the moonsault going back into the cradle, sitting and cross, and it was cool. And his entrance was actually kind of weirdly druid. I guess that's his theme. I like Tommy N better than Aleister Black, but I know they're the same person. I'm just saying I like the names. But yeah, still pretty good match, and it moved on to the tag team match, which was the match of the night. It was like seeing DIY and the Revival doing each other's signature maneuvers with it in a tag team fashion was just incredible, and just showed you how good these teams are with Gargano and Scott Dawson doing whatever they call the two-kick thing to the head. I don't know what that's called. And then they also did the Shatter Machine with Tommaso and Dash Wilder. And it was just... It was incredible. And you still saw that they were trying to build the Authors of Pain, because even though they were double-teamed for most of the match, they still came and won. Not only did they win, but they got both pins, which is really cool. And it was... Definitely doesn't outmatch up to Toronto with the best 2 out of 3 falls and all that, but it was a very, very close third to, Toronto and Brooklyn. And then moving on, it was the women's title match. Speaking of which, of all the new titles, they actually look pretty good. I think they should have made the men's title just look a little different. They're kind of copying WWE, how both the women's and the main title look the same, but just with, a different color, pretty much. But they still look really nice, honestly. I don't want to say the NXT title is outdated, because I actually have a replica NXT title, and it's just, you know, you gotta adapt, I guess. I don't know. But that match was great. Ember Moon actually showed real good heel work by pushing the referee into it, and they're protecting the Eclipse, so that eventually that's probably what's going to defeat Asuka, is Ember Moon, just not right now. And then moving on, it was the glorious champion Bobby Roode versus the king of strong style Shinsuke Nakamura, coming out in a Michael Jackson type entrance, and the piano, it was kind of boring compared to their last entrances, but you know, you can't have everything. And it was a great match. It was a little it lacked a little bit. It was definitely not like their original match. This one just seemed like it was too long. And moving to Wrestlemania, pre-show, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, pointless to me, because apparently they always need a celebrity in every stinking Wrestlemania, so Gronkowski was up and Mojo Rawley won. Why was Jinder Mahal in the last two? I wanted Luke Harper to win, because he needs it. Luke's very good. But I digress. And then it was the Cruiserweight title, which was great. It was probably one of the more cleaner matches of the night, and of course Neville retaining due to the eye poke and the eye rake, and it was honestly a really good match. I don't really have any complaints about it. The only thing that I have a complaint right now is Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin was on the pre-show, and Dean Ambrose won. I know Dean hasn't done much with the championship, but I know I predicted Dean as well, but it just seemed that Baron had him for most of the match, and one Dirty Deeds, Baron gets pinned. Doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm not WWE. Then moving on to the actual show, I believe the first match was Shane versus AJ, and man, did that exceed more expectations than anybody ever even thought. I mean, the shooting star press, the coast-to-coast little things that were going on, it was actually a legit match that actually stole the show in an early timing to the point where some of the other matches just looked completely lackluster to it. And yeah, it was honestly incredible. And then Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, probably the best entrance of the night, next to Seth Rollins' entrance with the whole like flaming torch and Kingslayer. But Chris Jericho, I knew he was going to lose because he's going on tour with Fozzy, and it was probably one of the greatest matches he's ever had. And the gigantic list of Jericho was standing there, man. But you know, I'm going to miss Jericho because it just shows you that even though he's an older superstar, he is almost as talented as like modern superstars, and he can still get the crowd behind him when he needs to, and it's just incredible. And Kevin Owens is United States Champion. And next, I do believe, was the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship on Raw, and it was kinda, I don't know, it just seemed very quick to the pace, and it was like, it seemed almost like the entrances were longer than the actual match. Now that just might be me. I mean, it just didn't seem like they showcased what they can actually do. I mean, Charlotte with the corkscrew moonsault, that was great, but it's just, it didn't show what they could actually do, and Bayley won. So yeah, I actually thought Sasha Banks, even though I do believe I predicted Bayley. I second guess myself a lot. Why am I making videos? I don't know. Anyways, moving on. It was the tag team match, which probably was the best moment of the night, because you know why? Because who came out? Who? The freaking Hardy Boys. And, well, it was a little less a shocker because it's been speculated on the internet for about 2 months. So, yeah, it was great, and by the judging of how they're going to do this is probably, by the looks of it, Matt is going to go to SmackDown eventually when the draft comes back around, and it seems that they're going to have Jeff on Raw for the Charismatic Enigma, and Matt on SmackDown for Broken Matt Hardy. Whether they get the rights to the Broken Matt Hardy gimmick, I don't know, but it seemed like they were still using it. They were still doing delete, they were still, like, saying obsolete, wonderful, delightful, and they won, which is great. Jeff doing the spot off the ladder that's kind of copying his old ladder matches. And I do believe it was the first time they won the tag team title at Wrestlemania. So, then moving on, I think it was actually the SmackDown Championship with Bray and Randy. And it was a weird match. There's a lot. It was very good until about the ending when Bray lost, because Bray really should have won it, because Bray's been playing all these mind games and Randy barely did much. I mean, yeah, he burned his house down, he did the whole cross, Satan, spawn, death. And with the maggots and the, like, beetles on the ring apron, that was kind of weird, but I think Bray should win. I don't think that Randy needs the title. And I actually wanted Bray because I want to see Bray and Luke. So then it was Goldberg versus Lesnar. Lesnar won, and they only hit 3 moves at a total of altogether: spear, jackhammer, F5, 4. And then it was the SmackDown Women's Championship, which was a horrible match, and Naomi won, but it was just horrible and lazy. And then it was the Roman versus Taker, and Roman, it was a squash match. And it was sad seeing Undertaker go, but it's probably his last match. So, yeah. That's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see all of you in the next video. And see ya. Oh, and I almost forgot, guys. Triple H versus Seth Rollins. Seth had the entrance of the night. And it was a very good match. A little slow, but it was still a very good match. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully I'll say this for the last time. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.